I'm making this video for World Mental Health Day 2018 and for Dyspraxia Awareness Week. Both I find are linked, and I will explain why I think this, but the reason I'm making this video is so I can hopefully explain a bit more about dyspraxia and how it affects me, and hope that people can help, and hope that I can help people who's suffering with depression and anxiety, like I did in a similar video I did last year. Now, a lot of people still haven't heard of dyspraxia, although hopefully the popular TV series Doctor Who has recently brought it to people's attention, with one of the main characters suffering from it. The character in Doctor Who we were shown was struggling to ride a bike. The reason for that is many people with dyspraxia struggle with balance. Although people who do have dyspraxia, it can affect them in different ways. The character Ryan in Doctor Who may be okay in other areas, whereas other people with dyspraxia will struggle. Now, I myself have dyspraxia, and I do have okay balance. And although I haven't been on one for quite a number of years now, I can ride a bike okay. However, the way dyspraxia affects me, or one of the ways dyspraxia affects me, is with hand and eye coordination. Anything involving a lot of hand-eye coordination I will struggle with and find near impossible to do. So for an example, putting a piece of string and a needle to do sewing, or by doing a lot of factory work, as I would not be able to keep up with the process needed. Another way dyspraxia can affect me is with my communication. As you can notice in this video, I do have to stop and think about what I'm going to say. That's because that's so I can try and get the message across clearly. In the past, I have tried getting the message across before, but I have not made it clear, and it has caused a lot of misunderstandings. That is another reason. That is another thing I struggle with. If somebody tells me to do something, then I might have to repeat it back or ask what they mean, just so I am clear. Just so it's made clear to me what they are saying. Now, sometimes when I do misunderstand what people mean, it can cause my depression to reappear. Now, as I said in the video last year, I won't go into all that again, but if you want to watch that, the video will still be available here. But depression is obviously not a very nice thing to have, and neither is anxiety. Sometimes when there's been misunderstandings, it has caused the depression to come, And the depression itself can cause, as at least once or twice this year, led me to think about suicide. Now, a few years ago, I did come close to doing it, or attempting to do suicide. Although I have not been as bad as that recently, the fact that I have at least thought about it is obviously not a good thing. But what usually happens is that the depression does make me feel worthless, that people would be better off without me. And what is the point of me being alive? Oh, now obviously people will miss me. The people that keep me going are my children. And the few close friends I have. So, again, anybody who does get bad like this, with depression, to the point of them wanting to commit suicide, I would urge them to get help by ringing the Samaritans or by getting a doctor's appointment as soon as possible. People who might know somebody with depression should also be there for them, as the one thing that can help a person with depression and anxiety is knowing that people are there for them, who do care about them. I don't know how much this video will help people, but if you can please share it. I know it's not a very good video this year, but I didn't want to go over the same points I made last year. There is more information about dyspraxia if you if you Google Dyspraxia Foundation UK, that should hopefully give a lot of details about what dyspraxia is in a more technical term, and obviously a way to help people with depression and anxiety is by somebody asking if they are okay. Thank you for watching this video. Please share.